Right, and as Mary just said, it is race day here in the district. For the first time ever, IndyCar is taking over the streets around the National Mall. The Freedom 250 is the 15th race of the IndyCar season, and these drivers, they will be flying around this 1.7-mile street course at speeds approaching 200 miles per hour. Jacqueline Quinn is live along the course this morning. Jackie, this is such a unique location, just an incredible backdrop. Walk us through what we are expecting to see out there today.
Yeah, you know, the buildup has been real, okay, and we're seeing that play out this morning. In fact, if we can move just a little bit this way, you can see that is the pit lane. Pennsylvania Avenue has turned into that with the pit crews here getting ready, but this is the racetrack leading up to the Capitol, not too far down. The racetrack here is actually the starting line, but that is why I want to bring in Meryl Kane, who is the communications director for Freedom 250. Tell me, walk us through again the track, okay, and also how fast they're going and why it's going to be pretty difficult.
It's going to be a very challenging circuit. I think you're going to see a very physical race today, very exciting race today, but we're standing on the actual racetrack. A Freedom 250 Grand Prix gets the green flag a little after 1 o'clock today, but it's a 1.7-mile, 7-turn circuit, a little bumpy. That's what street circuits are in IndyCar. A little physical, but it's got some very high-speed corners and very technical track, as we've heard from the drivers. So it's going to be tough today, but at the end of it, they've got a beautiful trophy they're going to hoist, and it's going to be awesome to try and get this underway.
All right, we mentioned the Capitol building there. This is the National Gallery of Art, but this is historic because, well, it's the first, likely the only one, and you know, you're going to see these monuments. How likely do you think the drivers are going to be able to get a glimpse of any of this going 200 miles per hour?
Probably not much of a glimpse, and they'll probably not quite 200, about 180 miles an hour is probably what we'll expect. But yeah, I think they've been marveling at what they're racing in front of and kind of the environment that we've been in all week. But when it's time to put that visor down and the helmet on and the engines come on, they'll be very focused. They'll put on a great show, but it is the most beautiful backdrop you're going to see for an auto race.
It's going to be, you know, blood rushing for the drivers and the fans watching this. Now, as you know, you're going down this track here, I'm just curious, this is a brand new racetrack, as you mentioned. What is the one mistake, I'm looking at that corner down there, that drivers cannot make on this unique track?
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot that you have to focus on, right? There's a lot that these guys have to kind of keep in mind. You're managing fuel, you're managing tires, and when a long race like this, you're going to have some pit stops. That's added another pit stop probably to it by adding the few extra laps to make it 250 miles. So it's definitely a lot of strategy involved. So that's one part of it. And then you also got 25 other drivers around you who are muscling for the same position on track.
Now, I got to see some of the Indy cars over there lowering. What is going on through a driver's mind as they're in that car racing 180 miles per hour or so as they're doing this historic race?
Yeah, I think part of it is what we talked about is the strategy, right? You're also trying to make sure that you're staying on top of what's going on the track, whether somebody's pitting in a different cycle than you are and you're trying to manage that. The cool thing about IndyCar, one of the cool things is that they've got different kinds of tires, right? So there's black sidewall tires, which are the primary tires, and you've got red sidewall tires, which are softer compound, make the car go a little bit quicker, but they wear out quicker too. You have to run both kinds. So they're always kind of strategizing with the guys right there on the pit stand to try and figure out what's the next set of tires we're going to use. Do we need to make any adjustments to the car? And all that has to really factor into it. A lot of times the race is won right here on pit lane.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So fascinating. You can see some of those tires right now up there with the pit crews getting those stations ready. But the green flag, as Meryl mentioned, is going to be waving today at 1:10 p.m. That kicks off the race. For now, I'll send it back to you.
All right, 130,000 tickets handed out for this. A lot of anticipation leading up to that. Jackie, thank you.